Revolution is televised.
What's up, everybody? This is Sean.
This is Alan.
And this is Inside the Square, the wrestling podcast coming at you almost every week from sunny St. Mary's, California, Maryland. Just got done with Bound for Glory, Impact Wrestling. What you got, big buddy?
Oh, my gosh. I thought it was pretty good.
I thought it was pretty good, too. The big match, I think, in my opinion, one of the big matches, Trinity versus Mickie James. What do you think about that match, Big Daddy?
It was really good.
I think it was really good, too.
The right person won.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I think Trinity should have kept that belt, and she did. I think it kind of shows you, too, how, and everyone has different reasons for leaving WWE. You know, Trinity and Mercedes Moné, they kind of left on their own volition, and I respect that. You know, they didn't think they were being used correctly, and they said something about it, and so they left. So I respect that. Mickie James, she left for her own reasons. She's been back since. With the Knockouts Championship.
She lost her first match.
Yeah. And it's kind of stunning, too, man. Like I said, you see the talent that they have. And, I mean, to be honest with you, that's probably the match of the night.
Yeah, 100%.
Probably match of the night. And that's a women's match.
They know each other very well.
They know each other. Exactly. Yeah, Alan hit the nail on the head. They know each other very well. And they both they're both professionals.
And Trinity has to defend her title against Deonna Purrazzo.
Yeah.
Like three times.
Next week.
3 times.
And Deonna Purrazzo is a really good wrestler. And guess where she came from? WWE.
Yep.
She didn't get a proper push. They didn't know how to use her, so they let her go. Which is,
which is sad.
It's sad because I'm telling you, man, if you look at Impact, and I say Impact now, but you look at Impact's the talent they have on that roster, man. They have some talented wrestlers,
like Josh Alexander,
like Steve Macklin, like freaking PCO to a certain extent. I mean, they have Alex Shelley. They have some good wrestlers,
and they have Joe Hendry.
And did we mention Moose?
Moose is so good.
Did we mention Moose?
Nope.
We kind of gave a spoiler. Alex Shelley versus Josh Alexander. Walking weapon. Good match. Alex Shelley retains.
I thought Josh Alexander was going to pull it off.
Alan is not an Alex Shelley fan. Let's preface it by saying that. He is a walking weapon guy.
He's a transitional champion.
That's rough. I think the same thing, but...
Passing of the torch or something?
I think it has. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think that Josh Alexander will get it back eventually because he's Mr. Impact.
It might take a few months to get it back.
Yeah, because he's been gone for a while.
Yeah.
And for him to just step back in and get it, I don't think that'd be right. And I don't think that's fair to Alex Shelley.
Nah, it ain't.
And Alex Shelley wrestles. The dude wrestles.
He's been knowing Alex Shelley for a while.
I mean, they're both Impact staples. They've been in Impact Wrestling for a long time. I agree. They're like Jeff Jarrett. They're like one of those dudes that, you always associate that brand with those wrestlers.
Yeah.
And I agree with you, Alan. I think they are pillars. Alex Shelley, Josh Alexander,
Moose.
Those dudes, Chris Sabin.
Yes, 100%.
Those guys are guys you always associate with Impact TNA wrestling because they're consistent. You always see them. They'll wrestle every week. They'll wrestle hurt. And Josh Alexander, I mean, that dude is Mr. Impact.
100%. He
100%.
reminds me of Kurt Angle.
Yes.
But different.
But a little different.
Yeah.
Really good wrestling background with Josh Alexander. I'm very high on him. I really like him. I think he's one of the more talented wrestlers that we'll see on TV. He really tells a story within the ring. But I really like him. It's a shame that he didn't get the belt, but I think they called it right.
Yeah, I'm kind of not happy about that.
I know, Big Daddy. I know. Moose to face Alex Shelley.
Moose going to win that one 100%.
That match with Moose, PCO, and Steve Mack, that was crazy as hell.
It was.
That was
Like,
crazy as hell.
PCO, like, he wrestled his heart out.
He did. He took a hard bump on that ladder, man.
But he took it.
He took it, though. I'm like, good.
For a paycheck.
Well, I mean, you got to remember too, man. They're getting paid, but at the same time, you got to love to do this.
Yeah.
Because they're putting life and limit at odds with, that paycheck. And, we've seen wrestlers when they get older, how their bodies are banged up, how they're not all there, years on the road, not taking care of themselves. That has a very big detrimental effect to their mental and physical health.
Yeah. Like, so, PCO's been wrestling for I don't know how long.
PCO's been at it, man. He's been on a lot of different cards. He kills it on the indie circuit, and he's a fan favorite, man.
Yeah.
So I don't want to disrespect that man. Say he's just doing it for a paycheck. So let me preface it by saying that I respect that man and the sacrifices he takes in that ring. Because wrestling somebody like Moose, can you imagine that, bro? That dude's a load. And Steve Macklin's a big physical wrestler too.
He's very physical.
Yeah, so I think that it was pretty interesting. It was an interesting match, interesting angle.
Like, PCO won that match.
Yeah.
The right person won.
Right person won.
But Moose could have won that one.
I agree. We've been talking about Impact a lot. We don't normally talk about Impact this much, but, it was front and center stage. Impact... It will no longer be going by Impact. They will be going by TNA Wrestling again.
That's amazing.
That's wild as hell.
They finally got it back.
I mean, that's wild, man. For a while, TNA, they fell under... the TNA champion was also the NWA heavyweight champion, too.
Yeah.
For a while. It's no longer like that, but it was like that. So it's interesting now that they call themselves TNA Wrestling, but they no longer affiliate with NWA.
At least they got it back.
Yeah, at least they got it back. I like that they did that move. People associate TNA Wrestling with fun stuff. Jeff Jarrett, King of the Mountain, Rob Van Dam,
Jay Lethal,
Kurt Angle. Those are really Samoa Joe. Really fun times, man.
Yeah,
really fun times.
AJ Styles too.
Yeah, the phenomenal AJ Styles.
Now he's in WWE still.
Yeah, I think he's getting buried in WWE. What do you think about that?
Dang. Like, always getting his behind kicked by the bloodline for no reason.
I mean, he has no support, and then on top of it, he's not booked right. I think he's getting buried. I really do. And I like AJ Styles.
Like, he's been in WWE for, like, how long?
He's been there for a while now.
Man.
6-7 years?
Like, since 2016.
Yeah, it's about 7 years.
Yeah, that's a long time.
That's a long time, man.
Yeah.
That's a long time. And he's won the belts, don't get me wrong.
Multiple times.
But I just don't think he's being utilized correctly.
Yeah.
And speaking of TNA, they just signed a contract with CW. And for those who don't know, CW, guess who owns CW? HBO, Warner Brothers. That Discovery network, the Discovery network of channels, they're going to do a live wrestling show and a live reality show, a reality show every week. So NWA,
that's going to be a lot of work.
It's a lot of work, but at the same time, it's a lot of benefits with the visibility from those networks. You got to remember too, man. It's a lot. It's a big return on investment they can make, even if they don't get the numbers of, the viewership numbers of AEW. Even if they get 500,000 people to view it, it can still live on HBO Max. I'm sorry, Max, and CW. It's everywhere, and it's free. You don't even need cable to watch it.
Yeah, I did not know that.
Yeah, you don't need cable to watch it. I mean,
nope.
It's over the air station. So guess what people do over the air? They watch TV for free.
That's pretty good.
So I think those numbers, while AEW may have like 800,000, 900,000 people view it every week, CW might have more than that.
That's going to be tough competition.
Because AEW's on cable. CW's not on cable. And then people can still turn and stream it.
That's a disadvantage for AEW.
Well, I mean, you got to go with who pay you.
Yeah.
You got to go with who pay you. And CW, I think it's a good idea for Power. And I don't know how their behind the scenes show is going to go. I think it has a chance. I really do. I think it has a chance. I'm going to give it a chance. I'm going to watch it. I'm
They
gonna watch
do
it.
have a chance.
They have a chance, man, and they have some interesting wrestlers too. I really think that EC3 being their champion is a good thing.
I think it was a good move.
I think it's a great move.
Yeah.
I think it should have been him or Matt Cardona.
Yeah. Matt Cardona made an impact in, Collar Shot Gauntlet.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Bully Ray beat his ass.
You know who won that gauntlet?
I don't.
Jordan Grace.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I mean, like I said, it's an interesting thing to see how NWA is positioning itself. It's going to Australia. It's going all over the country. They starting to institute this the territories again. So they're making moves, and so I always root for the indies. NWA used to be a major player back when I grew up. Way before you were even thought of. They used to have we had Continental Wrestling Association down in Alabama and Florida, and Georgia Championship Wrestling and all this other stuff. And all of them are part of NWA.
Yeah.
And they had their own state heavyweight champ. They still do to a certain extent. They had state heavyweight champions, and
which was a really good thing.
Which was a good thing for the territories. And the main heavyweight champion was always the NWA heavyweight champion. And normally it was Ric Flair when I grew up. It was Harley Race, then it was Ric Flair. And
good old days.
The good old days. I don't know about good old days. They were old days. Flair was a really good champion. He wrestled everywhere, wrestled all kind of different places. But like I said, going back to the point, I think NWA is making strides, and I think if you're a real wrestling fan, or if you're a wrestling, or even a casual fan, give them a shot. Competition is healthy. Competition makes the product better. I mean, what do you think?
In a good way, yes.
Yes, I agree. I think in a good way it makes the product better. Iron sharpens iron and stuff like that, and all those biblical terms. But I think it's a good thing. Speaking of indies, we still talking indies, guys. Don't cut us off. Will Ospreay, he's killing it right now.
Yeah, he had a really good match with Speedball Bailey.
Yeah, Mike Bailey.
Yeah,
yeah. It's really interesting too, because he was just on AEW.
Yeah,
he's just on AEW.
He faced Chris Jericho or something.
Yeah, and now he was in the Impact, Bound for Glory. So this dude is making money hand over fist, going different places, wrestling different people. His story is very interesting. The dude, he said he didn't have enough money for a gym membership. Now he's headlining events and stuff like that. This was back, just 10 years ago.
10 years ago.
10 years ago.
I did not know that.
Yeah. And his story is just really good. It just shows you what the power of hustling will go, do for you.
He had really good matches with Kenny Omega.
Yeah. The dude believes in himself, goes out, performs, gets paid, gets, basically a rampway to another payday. And the dude is, he's hot right now. He's nuclear fire hot.
Yeah.
And I respect him. He's got good mic skills, great in-ring performer, great athlete.
Very hard-hitting match.
Yes. Yes, and yes. Imagine him in a match with freaking Dragunov.
That would be hard-hitting.
That would be hard-hitting as F. But I would be there for it, man. I think it's important for WWE to sign young dudes like him.
Ooh, that would be the toughest match ever.
But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The WWE has a lot of problems with signing independent guys and then saying, well, this is our style. All that stuff you did over here, forget about it. This is how we want you to wrestle. And that's why I think they lose people from the indie circuit.
Yeah.
I mean, Jade Cargill is coming back. Well, she's here. I said coming back to WWE because she tried out at WWE.
And it didn't work out.
And it didn't work out. And that's why she went to AEW, for those who don't know. But she's back. She has her own name. She doesn't have one of the names they want to sign her, which is a good thing. People know her brand, and they'll tune in to watch her.
Yeah. She might be teasing a Becky Lynch feud with her.
Yeah. And by the way, Bianca Belair is back.
Yeah.
But getting back to Will Ospreay, man, I think they should really. I think WWE should really take a look at him, a serious look, because he's young.
He is young. Yeah.
He's young, man. He might be around another 10, 15 years. Randy Orton, Roman Reigns, all these other guys, they're not getting any younger.
No, they're not.
They're not getting any younger.
No.
They need dudes like Austin Theory, like Grayson Waller, like Braun Breaker. They need these dudes who are younger to put.
You don't like Austin Theory.
I don't, but at the same time, I do recognize that he's not these old dudes.
Austin Theory's young.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's not these old dudes. And, not to sound like an ageist or nothing, because I'm an old man myself, but the fan base, the fans are coming. They're younger. They got to grow up watching somebody. They can't grow up and watch a 50-year-old man get his, be the champion forever. That's not how it works, man. You gotta grow the fan base.
Do you think Braun Breaker might go to the main roster with Paul Heyman?
I think it'd be a smart move. I think they need to ingratiate him in one of the main rosters now.
Or Carmelo Hayes.
Yeah, those dudes are young, man. They're young. They look good in the ring. They're good speakers. They really fun. They put on really fun matches.
Technical wrestlers.
They need to figure this out, man, because they have to detach some of these nostalgic fan bases and say, let's transfer them over to these guys.
Like Rey Mysterio should lose his title to Carmelo Hayes, in my opinion, because it would work. It would work.
I don't know, man. I think they'd hate.
It would be so good.
It'd be a great match, probably.
Yes.
But I think Santos Escobar is a better contender to win that belt.
Or LA Knight.
The reason I say Santos Escobar, man, because he puts on fun matches. He's gonna
turn heel really soon.
I know.
I see it coming. Why are they always teasing it?
I think Santos Escobar is special, and I think if they don't move on it, they're gonna mess up like they did with what's Charles Flair's husband name? Andrade. That dude was special. Got him to the main roster. He got lost.
But he won the United States Championship.
He should have been the heavyweight champion.
That's true. That is true.
Don't get me in line. I talked about this years ago. I don't understand how a dude that talented could get lost.
Man, that was like they screwed him
him over, man. Dude, that talented, that big, that fast, with that kind of moveset.
Quick like a cat.
Quick like a panther, man. A cat. And they just like, he's not main event material. That's crazy.
It is crazy. He's underrated.
Speaking of underrated and overrated, is LA Knight, is he a passing fad?
No.
That was quick. What do you think about it? I mean, you think he's gonna be a main event material?
100%.
Hey, they talking about him wrestling Roman Reigns at Crown Jewel.
That's gonna be so good.
I know I'm gonna watch it.
Roman Reigns is gonna lose. I see it coming. He's going to lose.
Crown Jewel's gonna be in Saudi Arabia.
Because I don't like Roman Reigns. That's the only problem.
Oh God,
I've been knowing this for 3 years now.
Okay, we got Alan back on. I hate Roman Reigns.
I really don't like Roman Reigns. 100%, I don't like him. I want LA Knight to be their future champion. 100%.
We'll see. Yeah. Speaking of champions, Io Sky, she just retained her belt from Charlotte Flair.
Barely.
There's a lot of freaking interference from Damage Control.
And Bianca Belair is saving it.
Yeah, I think Io Sky is a transitional champion. She's very fun to watch. I think that Bianca Belair is going to end up getting that belt back eventually.
It might take like 4 to 5 months.
Yeah, it might take a little while to get her back in the swing of things.
Yeah.
But Belair she puts asses in seats.
She's going to turn heel very soon.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it'd be really fun for her to turn heel.
But I don't know about the fans. It's going to be so sad for them.
Yeah, I don't know how they're going to react to that because they put years into putting her as a face. And as a good guy, I mean, she's such a baby face to the point, she's over.
Yeah.
And people love her, man. Casual fans, hardcore fans, they really like her. So if they do that heel turn, that's going to be major.
Yeah, what's best for business?
Best for business. We're about to see. Next off, we're going to finish up with this. MJF, who should he feud with?
Ricky Starks.
I think Ricky Starks, too. Reason being, Ricky Starks, he's tag team champion now with Big Bill. That dude, man, Ricky Starks has it.
He has it 100%. They should capitalize on him next year or this year.
He and Adam Copeland had a really good in-ring promo. It got a little personal.
Too personal.
It got personal, man.
Bruh.
I was kind of confused by it at first. I was like, this is uncomfortable. But, it worked.
100% for Ricky Stark's character.
Yeah, it does. The dude, like Adam Copeland said, he's like a bootleg version of The Rock, and this now. Whoa, that was low, bro.
Adam Copeland and his promos are so good.
So good. But Ricky Starks is really good, too.
Yeah.
He made an Edge joke.
Yeah, that was supposed to not happen.
Hey, he went low. You go low, he go lower.
Yeah.
So it's interesting, man, and I think that they would be wasting an opportunity if they didn't put MJF in there with Ricky Starks. What do you think?
They should do it right now or the next year.
I think it should be coming pretty soon. I really like Ricky Starks now. I told you when I first saw him, I said, that guy has it.
Remember his spear's pretty good?
Yeah, his whole in-ring performance is really good.
He reminds me of The Rock.
I don't know, man. He kind of reminds me of The Rock to a certain extent, but he also reminds me of a really young Shawn Michaels to a certain extent, too.
Yes, yeah.
Really, really fun to watch in-ring performance.
He's amazing.
Yeah, I think so, too.
100% put the belt on him.
They're going to do something because once his contract's up, WWE's going to come a-calling.
Oh, man. They better re-sign him or something.
I don't know. I mean, you can't re-sign everybody.
Yeah.
Can't re-sign everybody.
Now they lost Jade Cargill.
Yeah, but you can't re-sign everybody. It's only a finite amount of money in any company.
Yeah.
Any company. And you got to weigh your return on investments. Is that person going to put asses in seats, going to sell merchandise?
Yeah, that's a tough one.
That's a tough one.
Even Christian Cage is killing it.
Yeah, he's killing it right now, man.
Yeah.
Christian, he's had one of those careers. And we talked about this last time. Is he an all-timer? And I think yes.
Yeah.
I think yes.
He's one of the best heels ever.
Ever.
Like the father figure, gimmick.
He's hilarious. He's hilarious.
Yeah.
He's hilarious. All right, guys. Next time, see you down the road.
Bye.